been. Let's go. I'm about to take you on a ride.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Grass Valley Podcast. My name is Ryan, and tonight's guest is Desiree Kennard. Welcome, Desiree.
Hi.
How are you doing tonight?
Good.
So you're going to school for some stuff, and that's some pretty cool, interesting stuff that you're learning that you can tell us about. And you're from Grass Valley.
Yes. Born and raised.
Born and raised in Grass Valley. And you had your great-grandmother on here.
Yep.
102 years old.
Yeah. She was super cute when she came on.
Yeah, she's awesome. And she's also native.
Yeah.
So that's good. I'm trying to get more into that.
Yeah.
More into
Incredible
the history
people
of that.
for sure.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a mom of 2 boys, and that's pretty much my life. Now that they're getting older, I'm doing more things, such as school and getting into massage therapy so I can heal people.
Yeah, but it's not just massage therapy. What's it called?
It's clinical massage. So like I can work out of doctor's offices and PT and
but you were
chiropractic offices.
You were studying something you were telling me about.
The kinesthesiology.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, do kinesthesiology, biology, bones and muscles.
Okay, there's not a certain form of stuff that you're going to school for, or it's just strictly that?
The thing I'm most excited about is this Shiatsu massage.
There it is. That's
the one?
That's the one.
Yeah,
Thank you.
pressure points.
So what is it called now?
Shiatsu.
Shiatsu?
Yeah, Shiatsu.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's, okay, so talk about that.
I didn't even know that was a thing until I started taking classes, and got really obsessed with it actually because it teaches about like pressure points, meridians, energy work. So say you lost somebody and you have thought you were over grieving them, but actually it's stuck in your body and it's actually hurting different parts in your body, like your organs even.
Oh, wow.
So then you get to work on moving that energy. And I didn't really think it was a thing until we got into our class, and our instructor told us to like, don't be alarmed if people start bursting out in tears and crying and getting emotional. And it definitely happened in the class when we were practicing on each other. And It was really interesting, like to bring all that out, and then everybody felt a lot better.
Yeah.
So healing people's emotional states, I think, is probably why I'm more obsessed with it, because like prior to doing this, I've been a hairstylist for like 26 years. So talking to hundreds of thousands of people throughout my time.
Oh, I bet.
In depth
you get to
and
know
all
people,
the things. Mm-hmm.
Cutting their hair, how their week was, especially if they're
definitely
coming back every week to see you.
Oh, definitely. You get to know people really well, very deeply, which is kind of an honor, but it's also really like you can't change their moods. You could inspire them to like do great and like be a cheerleader, but to actually physically go into somebody's body and like move that stuff out and bring it to the surface so they can deal with it is kind of exciting.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're learning that, and then you apply that to the massage therapy stuff, and you're going to be killing it.
Yeah. Yeah. And hopefully the outcome is a happier, like, community members, honestly. Like, everybody's wounded recently as far as
You're
I've
going to be a
noticed.
healer.
So, yeah, I hope so.
So you're a healer.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're going to school right now. How much more school do you have until you got your license or whatever you want to call it?
I'll be getting out of there in July.
Wow, that's coming up soon.
Yeah, thank
So
God.
then once that happens, you're legally, or you're licensed, and you can start making money.
Yes.
Open up your own place.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Nice. Are you going to open a spot up in town?
Yeah, I may do that. I have been looking around.
We'll
There's
definitely help you promote it on the podcast and
Yeah.
put it out there once that comes for sure.
yeah,
I'm
definitely.
sure tons of people will be interested.
Definitely.
I know that they lost a couple good places and there's the Vila place. There's
That's one of my favorites.
yeah, but
Yeah.
totally. My neighbors right over here, they work at Vila.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's
and I
exciting.
think they even do stuff at their house. But anyhow, yeah. So like you could open up a shop in town and make good money, right?
Yeah.
Just you, or would you have other people in it?
I think for a little while I'd like to work at a
Solo?
place with other people.
Really?
Absolutely. Only because I'd like to see
Then they'll
what
all-
other people know and like how we can like collaborate with like I'd like to
Yeah.
grow a little
Yeah.
bit, right?
Cool.
So I think I'd like to do that first
Mm-hmm.
for a little while. And I think everything will be just like as when I had my shop
Mm-hmm.
where you just do a few people and you do a great job and do what you're supposed to do, and then the word will get around just organically. I think
Yeah.
would probably be the best
You'll have
thing.
your regulars like a therapist, damn near.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll have your a full schedule.
Yeah.
Especially once people find out, people with money, once they find someone that does a great job, then they're locked in. They're like, oh, I want you twice a month
yeah,
or more or whatever. And then they usually recommend people to you. And before you know it, you got your clientele.
yeah, yeah. I have no insecurities about all that. I think once I get going,
And
it's
then
like
are you gonna still
be
do
fun.
hair on the side?
I think I will just because I have all this time, but like who knows what that path looks like and how much more of the healing part of over here I need to do versus socially.
Yeah.
So I would prefer to do like body work over the social aspect of it just for my own like just for my own mental like stability, honestly. Because sometimes it is a lot to take on
Yeah.
as much as you take on when you
So what all are you learning in
that.
school? Like what all does it take? Like how long have you been in school, or how long? What?
It's kind of, since it's such a full-time situation, it's like business classes because they want you to be successful and know how to like write up, proposals and advertisement and all that stuff, which I'm already aware of. So that class is, thank God, a piece of cake.
Yeah.
But like bones and muscles, what the clinical names are, because you do have to, like when you're working with medical professionals, you need to know how to speak the language, which is the Latin
So
language.
anatomy and biology and all those things.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to know where everything is and everything you're going to touch and everything you're going to like manipulate.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you've been going to school for a while, or what?
Been about 5 months now. Yeah. So it's 800 hours. So it's based off of hours.
Okay.
So as long as you pass all the tests that, in all the classes, like,
And so, you're
Yeah.
in school and you're practicing on people and they're practicing on you, and
yeah, I had a really good week this week actually with that. So like Thursday was
I bet when you get free massages,
well, sometimes
or is it not like that?
sometimes it's good. Shout out to all the ones that
Do a good job.
do a good job. Everybody's learning.
Yeah.
So like it's, and sometimes people don't, I would say, they don't have a magical touch.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Some
it feels
people
like
got
their
it and some
spirits
people
like,
don't.
yeah,
Yeah.
detached from their body. And
They're
I'm
the
like,
ones that need a massage.
yeah. So, but I think because we're all working on each other, everybody's decompressing and it's like fun to watch that like happen for everyone. So like the vibes like getting more and more relaxed and everybody's like becoming happier, and it's interesting to watch that in real time. So that's kind of exciting. But yeah, on Thursday I had my first clinic is what they call it. So then you're working on actual customers that are coming in paying for it.
Oh wow.
Right. So that made me full of
Oh,
anxiety.
you're already there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. Where is this?
down in Sacramento at the National Holistic Institute.
Okay.
So like every Thursday from it's like 1:30 to 4:30. So I did like a 50-minute massage and then a 100-minute massage. So it was like,
Damn, that's a back to back.
yeah, which I didn't really get fatigued. And
you're
so
not
it was
getting
awesome.
paid either.
No,
correct?
you're not. It's just, this is just more
Just
for
learning.
experience.
Yeah, figures.
Yeah. Yeah. If only.
It'll pay off though. The day when you're making a lot of money doing
It
that.
will. Yeah. And then I also did I learned the chair massage stuff that day. And how we all did it was everybody sat in a row, and then there was the massagers, and then there's the students that sit there. And so as I was going through, I did like 3 or 4 people, and it was kind of cool because like when I was done, their face just like lit up like, what the hell was that? Thank you. Like bewildered almost.
Yeah, because
so I'm
you
like
got the
that
magic touch.
so it was like, oh my God, okay, don't give me a big head. But it was cool though. Like they felt so
you're
good, and
just
they were
like
like
you're-
loosey goosey, and
Yeah.
like just felt like when they stood up, they felt like brighter.
Yeah.
Like physically brighter. So it was like all 3 of them had that effect, and I was like, this
That's
is so cool.
awesome.
So like it's a gift.
That inspires you too. Yeah. So
Like-
you also, your great grandmother who is native Nisenan. How do I say that?
Nisenan is the tribe from this community.
She's Costanoa
Costanoan and Chumash.
and Chumash. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you for correcting me.
okay.
But you have that same blood in you. So obviously you have that gift or
Yeah.
that spiritual.
Well, in general, every human
connection.
being is built for, like, just having kids. This is how I feel. Like, every human being innately from birth is built to do something, right? Like, society as a whole kind of shifts you this way or that way, or all these things in life happen, and I think it distracts us from like our mission, like our
Yeah.
actual like original what we were meant to do mission.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm realizing
Sure
through
the hell
time as I
does.
am a healer, like
Yeah.
you said, right? Like
Yeah.
without knowing that your whole life. But then you look back and
You're
you've
a
been doing
healer
it
and a
already.
mother bear, a
Right.
mama bear, and a healer.
I definitely am. Yes.
Yeah.
So like when my kids were babies, they already had their personalities. They already had their gifts. And like I remember when they started going into school, you know, them being really stressed out because they're like being pushed this way, that way. And it's like I was pretty aggressive about like, no, you're you. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about that. And then they kind of like found themselves and who they are. Like they're powerful little people. And they're not confused about anything
Yeah.
because they are who they are and they're not worried about all the other stuff. So
Yeah. Good job,
it's
mama.
like, yeah. So it's like, you gotta know who your kids are and listen to who they are saying they are. Cause it's who
Totally.
they are.
Yeah,
Like it's
exactly.
real.
It's easy. It's simple. It's like, and the more people don't listen, the more that's when they might start to okay, I'm not pleasing people. I'm going to try to do this, a different thing, when really that's not them.
Yep.
And then they're unhappy and depressed and
Yep.
because they're trying to please others.
Yeah.
With what other people want them to be.
Yep.
And you know, you got to
That's so
let people
true.
be who they are. Totally. And be yourself.
Yep. Yeah. And accepting of everybody and whoever it is that they are, because nobody needs to be put in a box.
So that was something.
Yeah.
Was that something that you thought of, or excuse me?
Bless you. Holy cow.
So was that something? Excuse me. Was that something that you planned on doing, like growing up, or knew you were going to do? Or is this something you just recently decided to go do now that after your kids are grown up?
It's just recent. I never really expected to do that. I actually had my sister.
It found you.
Well, it found me in a weird way.
Okay.
And I think it's better than I actually expected it was going to be. It was just
Mysteriously happened.
mysteriously happened. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It all kind of came together.
Do explain.
So my sister owns a chiropractic office up in Soldotna, Alaska.
Okay.
And it's very difficult working all the time in this town, and everything just keeps going up, as everybody feels that.
In this town or in Alaska?
In this town. So like I'm sitting here working full time and I'm making
Yeah.
I'm making
You're
it, but
stuck.
like not really.
You're stuck.
Like I'm like, yeah,
Some people make it and some people
and
gotta
then,
go.
you know,
and
even when
fly
I was
away.
like working 80 hours a week, right? Like, and just doing the hustle for
Yeah.
like way too long, by the way.
Yeah.
But like you do all those things and then you're not making it. And so she offered me, she's like, you know what? You already
Who's
do.
this, your sister in
Yeah,
Alaska?
Yeah. She's like, you know what? You already do this stuff anyway. So what do you think if you took massage therapy courses, you took the national test, Then you can work nationally anywhere in the U.S., including Alaska. And then work for my chiropractic office. And then she offered quite a bit of money. And I was like, well, shoot. Okay. Like, deal.
Okay.
Like, I could hustle and make it happen.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Going for a goal.
Right. So it's like, why not? Whatever. I like being an extremely busy
yourself and
human
your kids
anyway.
better.
That's true. Yeah. And I also, I'm obsessed with being incredibly busy. I like that.
Yeah.
Personally. But, so I was like,
Or you're in the habit of that and you just don't know. Just like you didn't know
That's
that
very true.
you're a gift. You didn't know you were a healer. Maybe
that's true. Yeah.
some people are just comfortable with what they know and what they do.
Yeah.
Like I'm going through that too. The things that I was comfortable with for years
Yeah.
that I don't do anymore, that I can't do, that I'm not, and relearning how to live
Yeah.
a different new way. And it can be awkward and weird sometimes. And I know that sounds crazy, but like it can be like you said, you might have had to go move to Alaska. That would have been crazy living in Alaska, going from Grass Valley to Alaska to make more money.
Yeah, definitely. It was I felt like honored to have that be a possibility, to be able to have the opportunity to do that, but I was really kind of heartbroken in a way too, because it's like my boys both just, they're just now adults, done with school. I don't know exactly, all that, like, don't want to leave them behind. I want them to come with me, but they already have a life. So it's like, those things, or my family, my whole family's here. Right. So I have grandparents, great grandparents. You met my grandma, and all my aunts and uncles and brothers. And so that, to me, cause that is my life. Like I know not everybody's like connected the way I am to my family, but it's like, that's life itself for me. So it was like, family, even just thinking about it's making me want to cry a little bit, but
it's your village.
Like,
So what happened with the whole Alaska thing then?
I don't know that that's going to work out. It seems too up in the air for me to make that kind of commitment now. So, which I thought about it for a while, and I was like kind of upset because if there's a deal, there's a deal. Yeah. If something's said, it's spoke, it's done. So like, I realize not everybody's like that. But that's how my brain works. So like when something is spoken, there's a commitment, there's a deal.
You follow through with it.
That's
you keep
it.
Your word.
That's the end of it. So,
and so it's not really following through on the other end of it.
Yeah. So,
well, you don't even have to worry about it, because look at through mysterious ways, you're going to go and graduate in July and have all this knowledge and wisdom on this, and you'll know what to do.
Yeah.
And basically, then you can open up your own spot here. You're needed here. You'll be healing people in your community.
No, all good. Yeah. Like it all turned into such a good direction. Because like really,
I know
I was
a lot
doing
of people that'll hire you.
Yeah. No, originally I was doing it for money, honestly.
And Nevada City, Grass Valley. I mean, what you just said. What is it called again? Shiatsu.
Shiatsu.
And I mean, getting the bad energy out and getting that, not just a massage, but getting like pushing out bad stuff that's stuck in you.
Yeah, there's a lot of darkness that like I think people don't realize there's like the dark and light of things, and it's a very real thing. Like, I don't know how anybody wants to believe, but like you can see it, you can taste it. Like you can see when people are like, quote unquote, wrestling with their demons. It's like gnashing, and you could just, it'd be nice to help push that out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And
then people have a higher chance, I feel like, if you can do that. But what's also cool is learning how to like get control of, like, I've worked on people and I've gotten really sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, it's one of those things where I'm
sick, or you got sick.
I get sick.
From their bad energy.
Yeah. If I've worked on people that are like have serious stuff going on, I end up getting pretty sick. Like,
so
I have the flu.
You take in their energy.
Yeah. So I'm learning how to not do that.
Something? Mm-hmm. So how do you not do that? How does that work even? So
it's like learning about meridian energy.
Because I
the
do believe in
energy-
unseen stuff.
Well, I mean-
I've witnessed things myself, and the things we can't explain or whatever, you know, it's there. So yeah, explain that to me. I'm interested to
Well, like even
understand
like,
that.
okay, let's instead of just like hippieing it out, we can talk about science, right? Science has already shown, like, they've dictated that you have energy coming off of you. You have energy flowing through your body, scientifically proven
Totally,
that
like
it is.
there's atoms and electrons and waves floating through the air right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't see them, but they're there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're all connected by all these different energy, like pathways and vibrational frequency, right?
Yeah.
That's why, like, you're looking out into the woods and you're like, something's staring at me, and it's like, oh crap, there's a mountain lion in the tree, right? That's why you're seeing it, because you can feel the energy of that creature.
Wow, that just
Right?
gave me the chills.
So it's like, if you're in tune. Some people are not. I
You
will
see
admit,
a mountain lion out there in the tree? No,
not right now.
could be.
It probably is. It's people.
Anyhow, so like the energy of that person that gets you sick, how does that? I mean, how
So
do you
it's- so it's like
take that
when-
in, or how does that?
Well, it's,
I get it, but is there
it's
a way
like
of explaining it?
the way I feel when it happens, right? So it's like, okay, so I'm moving somebody's stuff around. I could start feeling them relax, right? Just physically.
Do you feel like your healing power, like you're healing people by giving somebody your energy into them, and then taking, it's like the ocean, the waves, how the waves go in,
I think
out, and then
so.
pull back in. Are you sharing your energy with somebody and then taking back theirs in with yours?
I am trying to figure out how to
Interacting
not
with
do that, but
energy?
I have been doing that.
So that's what I was going to ask next is how do you not do it?
So focusing in before I even touch them about, like, okay, where's my stuff at? And like, okay, I'm going to like shield that, meditate for a minute so I can feel everything properly, and then ground into them with my hands up instead of touching them, because I do have, like, my hands will get really hot, right? So as soon as I touch somebody, I just like have hot stuff going through my hands, like little stones. And that's actually your energy circulating out. So like you have to know like how that feels, and to make sure that you don't give all of yours to somebody and take on all of theirs. You just got to move it around, and like how the teacher was saying is you literally grab your hands and like flick their stuff off of you,
Yeah.
literally
That's a
into the
trip.
atmosphere, and be careful not to like flick it into a direction that somebody's standing over here.
Wow, it's that serious.
Right. So like,
and I mean, that's a trip that it's actually just like invisible paint, like
It is.
invisible energy paint that seeps out of people. That's like that. My therapist even told me, when you cry, when your tears are pouring out your eyes, to wipe that off or wash them off, because there's a lot of toxins in your tears and you don't want them to soak back into your skin, I guess. And I know that sounds like maybe salty, teary liquid saline coming out your eye, but it's like a lot of toxins.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that could relate with the energy of it too. That's a trip.
yeah, no, it's like, it just sounds like heebie-jeebie, whatever, you
Yeah,
know,
some
but it's
people-
like, it's also been measured scientifically, right? Like,
Yeah.
just people don't know what to do with it, right? Like, so
Totally.
like, I've experienced a lot of death in my life, for instance, right? And so being around that, watching that happen, and watching the moments when people leave their body, like, you start knowing when it's going to happen, even. Like, you can see that it's time.
And there's a
right?
study
Like,
that their body weight, like once they die, like the soul weighs. How much does the soul supposedly weigh? And like once it leaves their body, they weigh their body.
Oh,
And
I didn't.
Yes,
yeah.
look that up. So
Okay.
supposedly when you die, your soul, when your soul leaves your body or whatever, you weigh less. Like your soul is
crap.
supposed to weigh something.
That's
like a certain
cool.
amount. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I
I'm definitely
forget,
going to
but
look into that. That's
I
neat.
forgot, but yeah, that'll activate people to go and look into that.
Yeah, because
more.
I know that they've had like they've had studies done where somebody's getting ready to die. They've offered themselves to science, right? And so people will come in there, and they've actually measured the room with electrodes.
Yeah,
measuring
this is what I'm
like
talking
the
about.
energy, and the energy comes out of their body, and it's usually from their heart area, right? So it's like shifts out
Right here in
and
the chi,
either
the-
it will hover, or if they have like somebody that they know that's in the room, they may actually see it going around that person also. So they've seen that it's not just something that hovers over them. It's something that can move in the room if it has a will of its own somehow. So it's like something. And then, of course, like with human beings, and I think it varies from human being to human being, honestly. Some people are quite detached, but like you can feel that. You can feel when somebody's around. Like I think some people are more susceptible to feel more, see more even. Just like dogs see or hear or smell better because they have higher senses, blah, blah, blah. I think people are the same way. I think we also have gauged that there's vibrational frequencies that we can't hear, right? There's things that we can't see, and we already are aware of that. So then who's to say that you know?
A lot of naive people that refuse to be open-minded.
Right. And it's just the science is catching up with what I think ancient people already knew, like innately. I think that's the thing too, is like people aren't really in tune with their innate selves. Like most people I think aren't, because like there's all sorts of distractions in the world. Like you have to be like this person on TV or this thing over here, or we have to be rich and famous. So we're going to do all these things, but instead of getting back to the basics of like actually the real human, like loving and caring for each other and not walking all over each other.
Well, they say that we use like only I'm pretty sure here I go talking out of my ass again, like the other thing with the soul weighing something. But like they say that we only use like one side of our brain. Like I think it's like the right side, like that we don't use both sides of our brain. Now, I could be wrong and I don't know how to explain that the right way, but I'm really good at like learning stuff, reading stuff, like a doctor could tell me something about I could go to the doctor today and that doctor could explain things to me and I'll understand it very well and I'll know it very well, but it's really hard for me to break it down and explain it to the next person how they just explained it to me.
Right.
But I get it. So like basically, I guess the right side of our brain, I guess we use, but we don't really use the left. Like there's people that would take drugs or like LSD.
Stimulate the neurological system.
Yeah, on both sides. And that's when some people say that they can levitate and do all kinds of other crazy like mutant power type shit by using both sides of your brain. Like, but I don't really know a lot about all that. It's just interesting to me, and
it is the neurological system. This is what Mikhail wants to do. He wants to be a psychiatrist to like study the neurological system and the chemicals and blah blah blah. But
isn't that true? Like,
it is incredibly fascinating. So one study I definitely got into was when I was going through my divorce. I was like looking up all these studies about men's brains and women's brains, and like went down the rabbit hole pretty tough to understand things because it was just like one of those times, right? Like, what even is this? But it's also, I did that too because I'm raising two boys and I'm like, I'm not a dude. I don't know.
You're trying
is
to
that
understand
normal?
your boys,
like calling my dad, calling my brother, like, is that like, what's that? What is this? And of course, most things are normal, right? Like, but trying to have a higher understanding. So
I'm learning a lot about you women through my daughter, Ocean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's teaching me all kinds of stuff.
Oh my God, yeah.
And more just like the amount, the love that I have for my daughter. I'm able to learn from her. And what I think, just like I can look at women and be like, wow, she was just a little girl, like an innocent little girl, and have more compassion or understanding. Yeah. And you women are a trip. Like you get total different creatures from us men. Yeah. So like
definitely
there needs to be a lot of compromise and communication, and stuff like that.
Well, I think like curiosity to
like
understand
this right
each
now,
other.
you and me right here having a podcast, a conversation.
Yeah.
That's why I've been requesting more women to come on or to have a lady co-host, is because I get to learn. Right. I get to learn from you. You know, shit I don't know. I get to learn, listen, whatnot. But
yeah, I mean, even like with me having boys, I'm like, the perspective of, would I want that for my boys? Like in the way you treat a guy that's like, having a bad day, right?
Yeah.
and he's losing his crap. And like, you know, because my kids will do that because they just have like the testosterone surge and they're like, oh, and it's like, I've learned to be incredibly mellow because they just need the time to do like their
blow
thing.
Off their steam. Don't make
and
it
it's not
worse.
personal and it's just like their own
When
internal
we're pissed
thing.
off, we're pissed off.
And just leave it
us
alone.
the hell alone.
Yeah, don't try to fix it.
Yeah.
Don't try to fix it for sure. But as a woman, you want to fix it, right? So like that's actually a thing too. Or like for you, you're raising a daughter.
Or vice versa. You need to let a woman cool off too and leave her alone
For
to go figure her emotions out and her.
For sure.
Because you women are emotional and can think differently and like you're not ready to solve it right then. You got to think about things and whatnot. And we're ready to solve it right then and there. Or some people are all different, but
That's for sure. I think just like it's a human, like every human being's different. It's just a matter of
giving
like
people their space to be who they are.
Yeah. And being curious about like who are they anyway and why do they tick like that? Like
Yeah, and you
you
can
know, be gentle with each
going
other.
further into things is only causes damage. You know, so
Yeah.
So yeah, you learning stuff about your boys helps you get a better perspective.
Definitely. But one of the things like I used to get really upset with my ex-husband about, what are you thinking? Nothing. Yeah, that's actually real, actual scientific fact, right? Men's brains can actually think of nothing. I used to get so pissed off about that because I'm like, you're a freaking liar. I have like 20 things in my head right now. Like, oh my God. Like that doesn't even, like when I'm sleeping, I'm making lists. I swear. Like my brain is always on like high alert. Like how many things it's like a circus in there. So like when somebody's like, I'm not thinking of anything, it's like, that's an impossibility. But when I was going through that research, it was like, no, that's actually a real, actual legit thing that your brain is actually capable of.
Yeah,
I didn't
we
realize
all
that.
are related to animals.
That's
like
crazy.
men, just like bucks out there in the wild. Like there's the, you know, the the kill, the eat, the survive, the whatever. You know what I mean? And the whole way of that versus the female that's more, you know, playful, like la da da, like let's go smell the flowers over here and chill and groom each other. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah.
But
I think it's hard too though, because being on my own with my boys, I think I became way more rough around the edges than most women.
Yeah.
Because you have to.
Being single mothers of boys is a different ballgame for sure.
I remember being at my dad's.
Some women
and
could be
he
hard.
was like, you need to stop being so nice and get that under control now. And I was like, but I talked to him and he's like, no, you have to be the man and the woman.
You're
now.
like, you
And I'm
dudes
like,
can't fool me. I got 2 fucking boys, dude. I know all about you guys.
So I came down on him a little bit more like dry and harsh. And then I cried in the bathroom for like half an hour because I hated it so much.
I noticed women
terrible.
with boys too can really wound your ego or your pride too, like make you feel like a pussy or whatever, or excuse my language.
Well,
you know, like my son, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Toughen up.
I am like, my brother used to say that too. He's like, you're like
Call
so
you a pussy or
heartless.
whatever.
No, he's like, you're heartless. But it's like, I grew up with him and all his friends that were like kind of aggressive humans. So I'm like, yeah, dude, like how else was it going to turn out? I don't know.
But so back to that energy thing.
Yeah.
So like when you're giving somebody a massage with bad energy, or I mean,
So
I don't want to say like demons, but just like what's a good way to call that? That like can there be? Do you believe in like demons or bad or ghosts or like bad evil entities or like
1,000%.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
So
I've had experiences.
So they can
yes,
connect.
absolutely.
Do you believe that they can connect to a soul, like be clinged to one,
Yeah.
like a demon,
Oh,
like a soul and a soul,
Absolutely.
like 2 souls in one body.
They can take over for sure.
Like
for
two-
sure.
Like
If
2 souls, or just like something different, like an energy or like a ghost spirit.
like they'll make your soul dormant. But it depends on who you are and how strong you are and how in tune with how you feel originally, maybe. But like I've seen some crazy stuff.
So there's people out there that can heal that, chase that up. My mom did that. She did stuff, spiritual stuff, like helping people to the light.
Yeah.
You know, stuck. like I guess you would call purgatory or whatnot.
Yeah.
But she did a lot of that. And but yeah, so like the energy of it, like you instantly feel it when you touch them.
Well, like I noticed, okay, so like when I am incredibly stressed out, I have a little too much electricity running through my body to the point where like I can't vacuum
So
because
you
I'll
could hurt somebody if you massage
Yes,
them.
absolutely. Absolutely. And so like in this class, they're like, that's why they're getting into like Tai Chi and yoga and breathing and get rid of what.
To do that before you go touch someone?
Don't even touch somebody. Yeah, definitely don't do that. And I've had.
What were you saying about the microwave? Or what'd you say about something, electricity or something? in your
Oh,
house?
no.
Or
Yeah.
the light?
When I've been really out of my mind, stressed out, like super mental, like if I vacuum the floor, I'll short it out like on the wall. Or like when I was freshly going through my divorce years ago, my kids were like 1 and 3.
You mean your anger is intense when you do get angry? Your power or whatever?
I don't know what it is. I really actually don't know about all that.
It's
but
probably because you're very rarely angry. When you do, it's a different type of
That's probably true.
like explosion.
It takes a lot to get me to
energies
like
or whatever.
be dark. It takes a lot. Like if somebody was to like
Usually those are the
make
people
me
you want
mad,
to run and hide from when they're mad.
Yeah, like I prefer not to.
Yeah.
I prefer not to because if you have a wide enough perspective, it's easy to calm yourself down when people are being cruel and mean and ugly and horrible to you. And it's like if you sit with yourself, like for me, I go into the woods by myself, and that's kind of like the clarity place for me. But
That's
like
where most of us
you
would
you
be
get
better
pissed off at somebody, right? And just go out there and then you could just meditate on like yourself and like, okay, but like somebody's saying something terrible. And then you sit there with it and you're like, yeah, but they're so terrible for saying that. Why would I care about some terrible person? Right? You get there where it's like, oh, I don't care what they say. Please keep talking. I'm just going to continue to live my life. Bye. Like, and not in a bad way, just in a like, I hope you figure it out, because whatever you're talking terrible is all the dark things, right? Like you're attaching yourself to jealousy. You're attaching yourself to like an ego, usually personally is what it is. I've seen.
I got this new thing called Ego Alert.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I just ran it up, blabber it out in my mouth, inside my head or whatever. Once I feel like there's something like, if I notice something that connects to an ego or me having an ego, I try to kill any ego. Like as soon as it surfaces, I'll just like, I feel like something's not right, I'll be like, ego alert. And I dig into myself like, whoa.
And we all have them.
Careful of that shit.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm trying to really focus in on, because then you can really look at all your faults and work on what's wrong with you. You might not think that you have wrong with you, but really those are the things holding you back from people and a lot of relationships and friends, just life.
Yeah. I remember like being raised by my dad, and his big thing was like, he could love you with a hug and the biggest love ever, but also love you with a big swift kick in the butt too, right? Because you have to love each other enough to hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
Like absolutely.
Yeah, we were just
and you
talking
can
about
say
keeping
it
it
in
real
a
and being
loving
fake
way
the
though.
other
You
day.
don't have to be a jerk about it and you shouldn't be. And if you're coming at it like that and you're being ugly, then be quiet.
Yeah.
Actually be quiet, because you're going to injure yourself and you're going to injure your relationship
Totally.
and you're going to injure somebody else.
Totally.
So like just be quiet.
I'm learning that right now.
Yeah.
And in the past when I've been drunk, there was no self-control over myself. But nowadays, of course, I have more self-control and more clarity. Like I'm very careful. I don't really talk a lot of shit on Facebook or anything like that. And so yeah, I'm not talking shit. Yeah, if it's not positive, if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah.
And basically, I so many times I'm guilty of commenting in on somebody else's problems or involving myself in some other bullshit that has nothing to do with me, and then it ends up getting me in trouble. And it's just like, I'm trying to be a little more reserved. And yeah, of course I'm getting older, but I'm getting, dude, like I can't do toxic people. I get anxiety. when somebody's being negative, or when it's almost kind of like a dog. Like, when there's a dog sitting around, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody's sitting around in a group of people or whatever, and then someone starts yelling and getting angry, and two people start yelling and angry. That dog picks up on that shit and starts growling and almost wants to bite somebody.
Yes.
And so I don't want hate or anger in my body. It's almost like you were saying, hate and anger is almost like an energy. It's almost like a demon itself. But like, I don't want that. So like, before I get getting to that point of feeling that anger of like, oh shit, I'm about to I'm growling now.
Yeah.
I'm getting angry. Before I feel kind of sick. I feel that anxiety now. And I go, oh, okay, you're irritating me. I don't like this. My body goes, I don't like this person's talking shit right now. I'm being hella nice, being a friend, listening. But then my body's like, okay, I can't take anymore. Where are you going with this? You're just fucking wasting my time, wasting my energy, wasting my day. I gotta go.
Well, I mean, it depends on like your own healing journey, right? Because like personally, your nerves are at the surface, right? Like you've gone through a lot, so it makes sense. Like you don't want to be around people that are like negative, because it's like that's difficult to like heal yourself while this is pouring in, right? Like your cup's already full. Like you can't have any more.
Distancing myself, and being reserved, choosing my battles, watching my mouth, focusing on what needs to be done in my life too. I noticed the more, I say this a lot lately, but like staying in your lane.
Yeah.
Like I've heard that saying a million times, but I've just added the whole part where like, if you do stay in your lane, then you don't crash,
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to crash. I have no more room in my life for any more crashes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I have moments where it's like I have all the energy in the world, so I can deal with a lot of people, and I don't want to turn my back on people that are wounded, because I've been wounded.
Too, yeah.
Right? So it's like,
too.
But it took me a long point in time to get to a point where I can be around that, or be around people without just like
limiting your time here and there.
Well, here and there, and then also like like you're going out with your friends, right? Having a weekend, and then somebody does something stupid or says something stupid, and my old reaction would be not to even consider them at all anymore. Now it's like, okay, I'm going to slice you with my tongue, and then they feel terrible, right? Forever with the stuff that came out of my mouth, because I just
you can hurt
don't
people
want
with your
them
words.
to. Oh, it's bad.
Almost,
it's bad.
Words can be just as damaging, if not more damaging than a punch. So some words can hurt more and longer than any injury.
Yeah. So it's just like things like that, where it's like, okay, what level am I? Should I be in public? Like,
and that's one thing you women are good at, is you're really good with those words, saying just the right thing to psychologically get to the
I would recommend
point.
Anybody that is hurting desperately, be just so careful. I remember some guy honking at me for too long, so I pulled over, and I was like, another one of those times, freshly going through my divorce and not mentally super stable, and I pulled over to let him pass me because he was just such a jerk. And then he got out of the car. He parked behind me and got out of the car. Well, my kid was in baseball, so I grabbed his little bat. And I was like, you know what? Today's the day.
Damn, Des.
Don't give a shit. Got out of the car. I was like, not today. And I just like yelled violently at him. And I just like went for it. I was actually going to do it because I was not mentally stable to even have somebody honk their dang horn at me. It was terrible. So then I went home and stayed home for like 3 days. Wow. Did not leave the house. Did not. It's just, when you're not
right in the head.
You're just not right. You need time.
Oh man, I have that, my situation too. Like it's just hard because you can't make excuses for yourself when you fuck up, and you have to own your fuck ups. But like definitely, horribly mentally, just life is upside down when you're going through a divorce or a split up or a family. Those are the worst, and no, those people, the people that haven't experienced that, I don't wish that on them. I don't wish that, but the people that have experienced that know, and it's no fun. And some people end up killing themselves. Some people end up staying recluse forever.
Yeah.
After that, it damages kids, family. There's a lot of damage. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of, and you know what? You lose your character, or who you are, during pain, and hurt people, and yada yada yada. But
It's a real thing.
yeah, I've never seen or even heard of you being angry or upset. I know your whole family, and I've never seen. So that
I'm in
makes sense.
pretty good control, but I mean, like
that
I
makes
said,
sense during a divorce.
when you're injured, when your spirit's injured like that, and you like just feel like you died, like you just do, and so
you do give up on a lot.
take your time.
Yeah.
And I know, society's like, oh, I'll give you 2 weeks. You know what I mean? At your job. Like, oh, you lost your mom. Great. You have 2 weeks off. And then you're going to be
Totally.
back.
Oh my God.
Like as if that's
all
like
the things in life
right,
going on top of it.
Be gentle on each other. And then if you can.
And you're just supposed to have it all. You're just supposed to have it all and have it all figured out. And it's
you
not
have to
that
just,
easy.
you have to have a wider perspective. Like, and I think when you go through a lot, your perspective just shifts even wider and you have a higher understanding. But you do, when you're being in a sensitive position, you should probably lay low. And also when you get through it, when other people act a fool, don't look at them like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Look at him like, geez, man, you're wounded.
Yeah.
You're wounded. Like my kid when he was in high school, right? Mm-hmm. And this is something my mom used to tell me. It's like when people are ugly and nasty to you, I know that you feel the urge to just like wrap them up and put them to sleep. And then they, you know what I'm saying? But like maybe understand that they might be going through something because it's not natural. Like
And
we're not born to be
time's
ugly.
a healer. Yeah, time's a healer.
Yes.
Things need time to heal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so just like have some care when you see somebody acting crazy or like you don't know.
Hey,
you don't know.
I had that experience and I shared it on the podcast episode or two ago, and it was about this guy that walks around this like kind of mentally challenged, or not mentally challenged, but a little crazy from drugs or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
He's a little out there and talks crazy and he roams the streets. I think he's homeless. I didn't see him for a while, but anyhow, he's at the park and this shit, and I don't want to repeat the story, but I ended up seeing him the second day after, he was crazy. Came up to me and my buddy at the park while our kids were at the park talking crazy shit. And we're just like, oh, great.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with this crazy? And the old me would have been like, shut the fuck up. Lame,
Right.
Or get away from us. You know what I mean? Or don't be coming around us with your crazy shit. But like you said, have compassion. And we didn't. We shook his hand, gave him knuckles, and he did come interrupt our conversation, being rude and talking crazy shit. But then the next day I seen him and I had my daughter with him and I bought him a pasty, bought him some food. And then just tonight I was in Brunswick getting dog food.
Yeah.
And I saw him and he was over by the bus stop and it's cold out. It was a little chilly tonight. And he was just cold and he was trying to put this little sweatshirt padded up on there for his seat to sit on so he's more comfortable. And I just talk about compassion. I felt better that I fed him that day, and I felt like I wanted to help or do more, but it just was like, I was sad for him. Like, fuck, dude. Now I'm not in my head going, fuck that guy when I drive off. Ha ha. Like, see what happens to people like you punk, you this and that. Look at you now.
You could do that.
No. I drove by and I fucking was sad, dude.
Yep.
I was like, I almost wanted to feed him again or offer him something or turn around. But I had Ocean with me, and I also have to keep her safe and just.
I learned, not with your kid.
Well, I learned from other relationships, like her mom and Ashley, like they got mad at me when I would go out of the way and do things for homeless people and be gone for a little while and come back and one of the kids is asleep and I didn't put him to tell him a bedtime story, whatnot.
Yeah.
So like I've learned from those things too. Like I put my family and my kids first.
Yes.
But I did have compassion for him.
Yeah.
And next time he sees me, he'll remember me as not an asshole.
Well, I mean, think about that, right? Like just, you can help, like there's like helping people and then there's going too far and you can't help them, right? Like,
exactly.
but just the energy shift in general, right? Like the energy shift of you wanting to be a jerk to somebody or you're wanting to have compassion, just the energy alone can change their whole day.
Totally.
Right? Because when you're
taking their head out of the gutter.
Yeah.
They're in the gutter.
Well, they're a human.
An act of kindness, yeah.
They're
And
a
the
human
act of
being, and they're
kindness
being treated like a human being.
Yeah, and with an act of kindness, they probably be treated like shit from all angles.
Yep.
So like you might just be the only person that's nice to them, that's brave enough to be nice to them, and they go, "Oh, I was listening to something. What was it? Forgot who it was, but I was listening to something. They were talking about the act of just a hug.
Yeah. Oh my
And
God.
just going
Powerful.
like, oh, that felt good. Yeah.
Yep.
To be honest, I think it was Joe Rogan was talking about it, about getting a hug from somebody or something, and how stressed he was, or like, and then someone gave him a hug, and it's like, when someone is nice to me, I'll tell you what. Like for example, I'm just an old soul, because I'll be driving down the road, and when when any of my neighbors wave back at me and smile at me or wave,
Yeah.
ah, dude, a ball of this love energy is in me, and I'm just like, like
It's a
like
great
what is it,
day.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, or like Andy Griffith's show? Just I'm like do do do.
Right?
That's
Music
the
plays in
type
your
of
head.
life that the world that I would love to live in. The old, like, not necessarily the 50s, but like just the whole. Do do do. Hey guys, how you doing today? That's another thing that pisses me off about all the gas stations, liquor stores, and or
Yeah.
markets around here, is that, you know, I'm born and raised here, so I used to go into them, and, you know, whatever her name, Bob or Sue or George or whatever, and Bill and Jill would
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, how you doing today,
Right.
Ryan?" And it's not like that.
Yes. Everything's strange.
It's like we're living in a world where people are kind of quiet, rude, don't trust each other, and different.
true.
And it's cool. That's why we have to do those brave acts of kindness. Like everybody, we got new people
through.
here in town. So I noticed the more I'm just like, hey, what's up? I give the fist bump to this one guy. I don't know his name,
Yeah.
but I can't understand him that well. But that's just how we communicate. I made sure that I gave him my skin right here, my knuckles, and I push him up to his knuckles, and he gives me knuckles. And you could tell he never did that with his homies or his people. So that's our thing now. I give him knuckles,
Yeah.
and he goes, "What's up, bro?" And he gives me knuckles. He expects it now. He's
Perfect.
giving me his change or whatever. I put my change in my pocket, and he expects the knuckle bump. And I'm like, see?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hell yeah. Just being cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't, and I have a hard time trusting people.
Yeah.
After I've been damaged by this world, like the Scary Movie, all the things, all the crazy, sick, fucked up things that exist in this world. I have fears and I don't trust people. So, but when I do get to meet somebody or know somebody, and then they, you see them the next day at the school or at the park with their kid, and you go, "Oh, this dude's safe. He's got a little girl like me too," and the way he just carried himself, or his demeanor, how he talked to her, or how he disciplined her about, be careful where you're walking. You could tell he's compassionate and loves it. So he's probably a concerned, good parent or whatever. So anyways,
Yeah.
you never know about people. You got to give people a chance. Some people,
I have terrible
some people
judgment,
you
so
have,
I don't
some
know.
people's energy will show you, and if you
Yeah.
can feel it. I'm more of a dog.
Right.
I have dog senses. I do.
Yeah.
I whether I was born with them or grew up with them, I sniff people out. I can. You can give me a few pieces of the puzzle, meaning you could give me a few pieces of you, and most of the time I could put the big puzzle together, the bigger picture together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I can see what's going on. Some people are easy to read.
Yeah.
Some people are a mystery, and I
Yeah.
think that bothers me. The mysteries. I want to know more about them, or I don't want them near me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't trust the mystery people. Mm-hmm. Keep them away, or something's wrong with that person, or I want to know more about them.
I think it can be one of two ways with mystery people. One way is they're stoic and they're in their own mind, and they have wisdom that they realize is not for everyone.
Totally.
So that's that too. Being patient with like what's going on with other people. I know my dad's a very stoic person. He doesn't speak a lot.
I like that word.
But when he does speak, it's like the most profound thing you could ever hear.
Yeah.
It will change every bit of your life in 2 sentences, and it's so strange. But
Yeah.
he sits methodically and thinks.
Those
and
thinkers.
and he doesn't need to be like, look at me, hear me.
Yeah.
Look at
Blah, blah, blah,
he's
blah, blah,
not
blah,
even
blah,
in,
blah,
he's
blah,
never
blah.
been that person. He's a very And he pays attention to every little thing. He pays
Very
attention to every
observant.
little thing.
Yeah, I'm very observant too.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where, and he has lived a big life and has a lot of grace and mercy and understanding, but he also is a very boundary driven human. So,
Yeah.
and he is severely protective over his family. So it's like, it's a thing too. So he has to be aware of everything so he doesn't put himself in a position that could compromise him as well. Right. So
Totally.
like, you have to be smart and you have to be quiet and silent and, and some people, it's not that you are judging them, but you know what's like peaceful for you and you know what's not peaceful for you. And sometimes,
Hey,
right.
I just recently had some epiphanies or whatever you want to call it. Like, I know that I was built up and made to be a parent, a father, and a grandfather. Like, so recently I don't know if it was a dream, but all the things that I've gone through in my life, good, bad, all the above, to make me who I am today, very protective of my family, very intense, but loving and playful and genuine and kind and compassionate. I got a lot of both sides of just all of it, but learning more boundaries and how to be kept in this and that.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this? What were we just talking about?
How you were meant to be a father.
Oh, thank
right.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
So yeah, I was meant to be like a wise parent, like a teacher, like not in like school teach like math, history, this, that, but like a teacher, like of life, like a grandfather. And so just being a teacher, like the other day I had like maybe it was a dream, but I feel like you never know. I could die tomorrow, but I feel like I'll be a grandpa of a lot of grandkids.
That'd be
I
cool.
just feel like I have a lot, like a village brewing under my belt, and I'm going to be the chief. Just like you were talking about with your dad. Having wise stuff to say. It's like I feel like there's times I feel like I'm damaged, and what does all this mean? And now I'm starting to see that it's for me to give to them, to help them, protect them, prevent them from certain things, and be intense about it. Because how would if I never gone through the things I've been through, then I wouldn't be such an intense parent at times. Like, no, this is, you pay it, and be very serious about that teaching that day. And it might be
Right.
scary. It might be intense for her or him to learn, but they learn it the right way.
Yeah.
Not half-assed. They learn it. I don't shelter my kids. I teach it. So I'm a teacher, and it's crazy, but living in this world these days, they need a intense teacher. I'm sorry. Not oh, it's okay, baby. Don't do that. No, this ain't how it works. Just like a daddy lion roars in the wild, that like, yeah, daddy's roaring, daddy's talking, daddy ain't playing. Your mama might play with you, but daddy ain't playing with you. They need both sides. They need that discipline, and they need a mother's sweet, loving, tender care, and all the both sides. Like you said, letting your boys be who they are from the start. They have
Yeah.
you know.
Well, and there's time to be serious and there's time to be gentle. You
Quick,
can be both.
how about a quick bathroom break?
Yeah,
real
yeah.
quick. I'm going to pause this real fast. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're back. So parenting.
Yes. Time and place for being gentle and for being stern.
Yeah.
100%.
So like I always kind of took advantage of my mom. Boys will take advantage of their moms more than they'll take advantage of their dads in most situations or scenarios at home. And then mom's easier, dad's at work, whatever, blah, 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 taking advantage of mom and her kindness, I guess
Yeah.
you could say. And then dad doesn't play that shit. He comes home and you change your demeanor, or, you wouldn't say that shit to your dad. Like, hey, don't, you wouldn't even dare. But
No way.
so yeah, but it's really important whether you're a boy or a girl to be raised by both a man and a woman, and it's okay. People make it without, but they end up getting that somewhere from somebody else in life.
That's the biggest
What they
farce I
lack.
think is going on right now in our time period. Oh, if you're a woman, you can raise boys to be men. I you know what? I mean, I'm a
This is what- hey, this is-
I am a powerful woman. I will right? Like
This is what I want,
am.
is a woman's perspective on here, so get at
However,
it.
just being a single mom of 2 boys, it's BS. It really, really is. You know what? For all the single moms, dude, power to you. You're going to make it. You're going to do it. And you're going to create good humans. But, oh, man, like my boys needed my dad and my brothers. Like, there's things they just, number one, they want to be rough and wrestle. And, like, I remember when they were, like, 5 and 8, like, it was like they were out on the trampoline. They were, like, laughing, and it was so cute. And I've never heard them laugh like that. So I ran outside just so I could see what they were doing because it was just like so cute. And they're just beating the crap out of each other. Like just fully though. Like really like crazy.
Doing men stuff.
Oh my God. And so my dad's like, no. That's just, I thought maybe they're crazy. I don't know. But like they're not crazy at all.
They're wild tiger cubs.
And I've watched friends of mine that don't let their boys be like wrestling around and being all crazy and doing their thing. And so unfortunately, their kids end up being like suppressed and a little angrier. And then the ones that get to wrestle around and get it out are not as insecure. And they, so it's like,
You can see it big time when a kid with a single mom or like a boy or lacks a dad's presence and they latch onto you. Or, for example, my daughter, like it is hard having a little princess girl and not having a woman around or like in the morning getting her up for school and having to do all the girly stuff for her, comb her hair, not know how to braid her hair, like, yeah. And then having a daughter or having a daughter having a dad teaching her camping how to do certain stuff or yeah.
well, not only that, but like in all like reality, like real, a man world is not the same as a woman world. It's bullshit to say that. It really, really is. Like it just is.
Yeah.
Right. So like
Preach.
I'll
It's okay.
talk to my brother, right? And I will tell him the truth of things. And he'll get pissed off. He's not going to knock me out for it. He's not going to touch me. He's not going to do shit. He's going to walk away and go into the woods and you can hear him hit trees and just, right, get all pissed
Jason?
off. Yeah. Right? Like, and he's like,
Shout out to Jason.
it's like a bear going through the woods and just being super pissed off because I told him a truth he didn't want to hear. Right.
Yeah.
And maybe I wasn't as gentle because sometimes I can be heartless in that way because it's my brother.
He got to hear it from a woman.
But yeah. But I will say I could be more gentle on my presentation of things sometimes. It's the truth. But
Siblings.
that's the thing. It's like, but if I was a dude and I came at him and I talked to him like disrespectfully the way I do talk to my brother sometime, because I'm just like, bleh, there it is. Then it's different. Then there might be a fight that ensues, right? Like it's a weird world. It's just not the same. Now, I'm not saying that men are worse than women. Women just destroy each other's lives for fucking years to come, right? Like with all their little manipulations, and it's a different world that way, right?
This
so
is
there's
what I
still
love.
destruction.
Desiree,
things.
I love this so much because I encourage more women to come on the podcast and to like. I want to get a lady co-host to come on, and this is nice because getting to hear that from you versus talking about women or what I think or whatever or how they are versus, and then getting to hear it come out of your mouth. I can't speak for the women,
Right.
and you can because you're a woman. So like, this is the type of stuff that I need more of on this podcast. This is good.
Yeah.
Because like then I'm learning, you're learning.
Yes.
And the listeners are learning. We're all learning. We're all sitting down at a table, communicating, not necessarily compromising, but learning how to, or learning the balance between the two different creatures, men and women.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or just having a woman's perspective is cool. Or having you say that was cool. Because like, yeah, and some people will disagree, but kids need a mom and a dad, and they need those role models in their life from the two different sides of things,
Well, there's like you know, like innately you have things in you, and there's only certain people that can teach you those things, right? So like
Yeah.
I have to say I'm so blessed and grateful for my dad and brothers.
Yeah.
You know, like that was like everything. That was everything.
Yeah. I don't have a sister. I've relied on friends and this and that, and it's like it's just me and my brother, so I don't have. All my cousins are girl cousins except for Nick. And,
Yeah.
but like, I had Alice and Monica and Eileen, but they live in different areas. Like,
Yeah.
so I'd never had. So like having Ocean, having a daughter, I'm learning a lot. But yeah, it's like getting to hear a woman's perspective on things is good, and it goes in both ways. Like anybody, all communication, just people sitting
Right.
down and communicating and talking about things and learning about it instead of thinking you know it all.
Right.
People don't know it all.
Well, and even another thing that's happening too, it's like, so my kids are 18 and 20. One of the big things in their world is like boys are scared of girls, girls are scared of boys from whatever the heck that they're seeing online or learning or whatever. That's
Wasn't
not even
always like that.
It's not even the reality of actual life. That's the point, right? So like so me and my older son talk about it all the time because he's like, it's so annoying, because he'll get online, go on social media and hear like, the bear story. Like, you know about that? Like, would you rather go into the woods with a bear or a man? And all these girls are like, definitely a bear. And so my
What?
son went on there. He's like, no. They said a bear or a man, not a bear or a rapist, right? Like there's a difference, right?
Yeah.
But their head goes there, which is such an odd thing, right? Because
There's a lot of pollution.
from my
Yeah.
perspective, and now everybody has had their own experiences though too. So like
I
I'll
had my
gift you
first
that.
girlfriend like around like the first high school or the first grade school dance.
Yes.
So it's like all the things now for these kids, it's sad. There's so many things to steer them the wrong way. Or influence. We're
Yep.
gonna have we're gonna have an episode about influence.
Yes.
Things that are good and bad for you. People that are bad. People that are good for you. And like, influence is no joke, especially being young, and like the peer pressure and all the things that people put on you.
Well, I would say this, like, to be like whoever hears all this stuff, it's really sad, because here's the thing. It's like I've had good experiences with men and I've had bad experiences, like terrible experiences, like god awful, like will haunt me until my grave. But I know that men are good. My dad is incredible. He would give his actual life to protect me. Like he actually would do that, like period. So it's like, and then even my brothers is a very similar way. They're like very protective of their women. Like they want them
how it
to be
should be.
okay. They want them to be protected. They don't want, like my
They
dad
don't
was
want them being tough and trying to
Right.
be acting all
well, and then my
like
dad
a
even
man.
explained to my boys, right? Like, okay, so like grandma, she's like this big, beautiful, shiny crystal thing, right? And you have it in your hands, and you have it in your hands. Now you drop it, it breaks. Now you can glue it back together, but it'll never be the same. So you have to be so incredibly careful with the moves you make towards this crystal beautiful thing, right? Because you keep breaking it, it's broken and done. It'll never be the same again. So that's how he was explaining how to be with women that way, right? Although I'm a little rough around the edges, so
Yeah.
sometimes
well, that's a good one. I
But-
never heard that one, but this one I would say will go for like all people. Like there's this story of the dad, I guess, tells the kid like, all right, go outside to this fence, this wooden fence or whatever, take this nail and this hammer and pound that nail into that post right now with the hammer.
Yeah.
And then he goes, okay, I did it. And he says, okay, now take it out. Go get the other side and take that nail out of that post. And he goes, okay, now what? And he's like, you see that? You see the hole that you put into that? That's there. That's stuck there now. That's not going nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like it's the damage is done,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
But just, I don't know.
But even
It was worded different. I butcher shit. I suck at retelling jokes or stories.
no, but it completely aligns with what I was just saying.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
like you got to be careful because the damage will be done. So before you go nail say those words to somebody that's going to penetrate them and be stuck there forever.
Yeah.
Careful what you say. Be careful what you do.
Yeah. Yep, definitely.
The memories that you make,
Yeah. Yep. Sometimes things are forever damaging.
Yeah. And just
So you have to be gentle with each other a little bit.
Totally.
More thoughtful, for sure.
Yeah, and it sucks because kids nowadays, they're getting cheated of that whole magical thing of like asking a girl out on a date and being like the whole, okay, what about the whole sex talk? Like having a talk with your kids, teenager kids, about the right way to, like, later in life or whatever, and just getting to know somebody, being careful, don't go getting someone pregnant, don't go getting no diseases, don't do all these things that they need to know about, and drugs and all these prep talks to prevent them. And these kids are getting cheated because it's like the influence is insane with the internet. It overpowers the parent. It's overpowering the parents. Like, it's almost like they don't even believe what we're saying to them until. That's why I'm the parent I am. That's why I'm an intense parent. That's why I don't shelter them. So like, that's what I meant by all the bad things that have, like, getting a DUI, or all these things. It's like, hey, they've seen this,
right?
And they know what happens. So in this world today, I guess as parents, we got to step up even more and be more, I don't want to say stern, but just like, hey, more communicate the truth. Be honest.
Right.
Be honest. Tell them the truth, and don't lie to them. Don't lead them astray. Like, baby them and shelter them from shit.
Well, and then every kid's different, right? Like, every person's different. So like with me and my parents, my mom was so gentle. I did the, what are you going to do kind of attitude, right? Like, because no way she was going to do anything but cry.
Yeah. Well,
like
discipline is important.
But then it's like, oh, well, I'm going to tell your dad when he comes home. And it's like, shit. Oh my God. Like, we'd climb up into the apple trees and like not come back until like it was dark. I was like, son of a gun. And then you have to deal with him because she was upset. Oh my God. Your life feels over.
Pecking order.
It's terrible.
It's the pecking order.
It's bad. Yeah. But like with him, I got to a point where I'm just like a wild Mustang. It's rough. Like, when people are like, spanking's terrible, I'm like, I would be in prison or jail, dead, something, if my dad did not go the distance with me, because I was like truly a wild Mustang, completely.
Yeah.
And so we had a few issues where I look back, I'm like, God, what a turd I was, But you're a teenager, you don't know anything. You think you know everything. That's the exciting part. And everywhere through life, you think that. My grandmother that was on here, I remember one of the things she was saying on her 100th birthday was, don't ever think you know anything. Just don't ever think you know. Everybody right now is like, I'm so smart, and look at what I've read and all these things. You don't know anything. You just don't. And you keep going through life, and here you are 100 years later, and you realize, like, you still are learning, inevitably. So, everybody's wherever they're at in whatever, so be gentle on them too, obviously. But yeah, with my dad, it was just like, it was rough for him, but it was also interesting looking back because he became a really gentle human being, because he couldn't do what he did with my brothers, right? He couldn't be that way. He had to be gentler to this wild little rabid cat, And then how do you tame that without injuring? So, and I noticed with my parenting with my oldest son, he is like me. We're like, once our mind is made, it's done. And that's it. So like, we would go at it, like hitting each other's horns over and over. And it was just like so terrible, until my dad was like, so he's like you. So how did you best learn? Because I couldn't figure out how to teach you, obviously, because it was just chaos all the time. So it's like, okay, number one, if I'm pissed off, I need space so that I can come to like a more reasonable conclusion.
So you gave him space.
So I gave him space. And how much space, right? Well, it's up to him. It's not up to me. And then not only that, then we can have a reasonable, like real conversation, right? And then the next thing was the way I talked to him. The way I talked to him wasn't like, you do what I say and da da da. It's like, okay, well, why do you think this? Like, why do you want to do that? And then if you do that, what's going to be the outcome of that? Like, I want you to tell me. I could tell you, I could foresee many things, but the whole point is exercising his mind to think for himself. Mm-hmm. Because that's what he was longing for. That's why me and him would get into it, right? Like he was getting to an age where he needed his own mind and he needed to trust his own thoughts and ideas. And I needed to lay off of being in control.
Yeah.
Like I didn't need to control him anymore. Now we need to talk and communicate.
Totally.
And then it's like, okay, you think this and this is what's going on. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, now I have a different idea of,
Communication is key.
Right. And then not only that, but it's like, if it's still a bad idea that he's presenting, right? Then it's like, well, honey, what do you, like if you do, like for every action, there's a reaction. So like if you have that action, what's the reaction to that?
Yeah.
And then what's the ripple effect of time, which is even huger.
You got to let kids
right?
breathe with the stuff too, because Ocean does that with me a lot. And I'll be frustrated with something or we got to go or whatever. Or anyways, it's usually when the time is ticking and we need to do something now, we're not playing around or we're in the truck or something. And I'm just like, no, Ocean or whatever. And I'm trying to control a situation. And she goes, no. And she's telling me to just listen. Finally, I do. And I shut up and listen to her. And she saves me. It's like, oh, shit, Dad, I was trying to tell you something. And then we forgot something or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You got to listen to them. And you can't just think, and just in general with all people, you can't just predict or think what someone's going to say to you. You have to give them the chance to speak. Even that whole kid who cried wolf thing, like you think you're going to read someone's mind or what they're going to say. And they might always say that this one thing a lot to where you're programmed to thinking that they're going to say something. You think you're reading it. But kids, Ocean will stutter a lot and be like, oh, and I'm like, get to the point. And, but when she does and I listen, you got to listen. So like listening is key to understanding, to knowing. Like if you're frustrated with someone and you don't know what's going on with them, you do got to find a way to communicate and you do got to listen.
Yeah.
And some people are different wavelengths, like slower. Like I'm quicker. I'm like, hurry up and say what you got to say. Like, let's go. Come on. Let's talk about this now. This is how I'm feeling. What about you? Say it.
That immediately will shut me down, too.
And some people are totally the opposite where my dad, it's so annoying. I have to go, okay, and play his game and I have to be on his slow wavelength. And just the way he drives on the road, everything's slow. So, okay, Dad. Nope, he's going to tell the story his way, and if I interrupt him or stop him, then he's going to start over. I just got to let him do it his way and explain things his way. Right. And once again, just like Ocean, my daughter, I will listen, and then I go, oh, okay, Dad. Right. That is smart. That's a good idea. And I was trying to shut you up, and you were irritating me, and I wasn't being patient. Yeah. And now, and he just solved the problem for me, and he was going to help me with something. But I'm used to my dad being annoying and blabbing. And so so you got to also work with communication on not wearing people out.
Yeah.
Because people get, like you said, you can be either worn out or you could be turned off by some negative approach or energy.
Well, it can trigger a trauma response as well because you don't know what somebody's gone through. Totally. Maybe somebody.
But basically, people got to meet in the middle is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Communication is key, but everybody's got to play their role and being better listeners and better reachers or teachers.
Well, and it's like, it depends on if, like, right? Like, if you care about another human being, then you care what's going on with them.
Totally.
Or you don't. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It could go either way. Like, you could just not care at all. I went through a stage of time where I was hustling because you're on your own with your kids and it's new and all the things, and now everything's on you and all the things, right? So then it's like, okay, I gotta get the kids to school, run a business, do this, do that, have that extra job, all these things where every 15 minutes, including bathroom breaks of 7 days a week is part of your schedule. So you're always in a go, hustle, this, that. And it makes you incredibly impatient when you're going through that kind of stress and that kind of like pressure.
I hate that with people like at the grocery store.
So, yeah.
The whole what you're talking about, I hate that. Like being a single parent and being on the go and stressed and like all that shit, the chaos. It's like, and when someone says something, it's like, okay, must be nice. You think it's that easy. You come help me with her then. You come help me do this right now. Because I got to do this, and that, and blah, 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 blah. And she just did this, blah, blah, blah. And they go, oh, shit. Okay.
Right.
You're right. But people expect a lot out of single parents, and they don't get it. Like, there's extra amount of anxiety and stress, and sometimes a shortage on patience, and more of a frustrated energy when you see us dealing with our kids. Sometimes, like, you see it, like kids can be a lot. They're a lot. And you don't have a partner helping you. It's insane. It's insanity. And especially you single mothers out there. Like I see single mothers go through, like I got this shit on lock, I miss a lot about having a woman around, but like you women, single mothers got a lot because the kids do take advantage of the moms a lot and like walk all over them, test their buttons, see them fighting like they're siblings, and then the moms, get back in your seat. Ah! In the parking lot, I see so many moms just snapping on their kids.
One of the best things that my dad taught me, because it's like I think I did a pretty good job, but one of the things he was saying, it's like, okay, so like, don't do that again. If you do that, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And it better happen if you're a parent and you say that.
Yeah, follow through. Or
you don't have like 1, 2, 3. It's like, I'm going to tell you to stop, and I'm going to tell you now what I will do if you do not stop. Mm-hmm. Okay, you pour that milk on the floor one more time, I'm taking that cup away, and you're never going to get it back. Mm-hmm. Period. I'm going to throw it in the garbage. Okay, then they do it to see if you're going to do it. And guess what you do? You grab that cup, you let them freak out, ignore it completely, and you throw the cup away. And that's the end of it. It's not ever coming back because you said it won't. Mm-hmm. So now the next thing you do is like, okay, they're going to do something again. And then you say, hey, don't do that again, or I'm going to do this. And then they're like, yeah, she will do that. Mm-hmm. That's something that with my dad, it's like, yeah, when I was raised by him, he says one thing and guess what happens?
Yeah.
I don't even question him. You get to a point where it's like, nope, he said this, that's happening. Your friends make fun of you because you're doing the, you got to go to your parents. Oh, hell yeah, I do. If you knew my dad, you would know.
Yep.
But you don't know. So I don't care what you say.
Their mom will threaten them to take away her older sister Zaren's phone or whatever for a week. And she never follows through with anything she says. Gives them their phone back within an hour. Friends can come over still that night. Like she's a big pushover, and you see how much they take advantage of her and don't take her serious.
Yeah.
And they have a nightmare. They all fight like siblings, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, it's crazy seeing those three together. Yeah. Like you'll hear, well, not all the time, but I'm just saying, and the age difference when you have like a older sister and a young sister, and those two, the Ocean's always trying to get into Zaren's things, and Zaren's at the age where, no, don't mess with my shit.
Right. You need your private space, man.
Yeah. But anyway, single parent shit is hard for sure.
It is. Parent shit is hard, just in general, even if you because it's like.
How about a married couple raising kids? It is. Oh my God. So like, I'll tell you right now, this may not exist in everyone's life, but this is the key. And this is it right here. If there's a couple raising kids together, if both the husband and wife can like stick together on stuff, they will win. With their, oh my 100%. God, the biggest thing that will ruin children is when a mom and a dad or whatever don't agree. That right there, a mom and a dad, the parents have to be a team together 100% because that'll your kids will fail in life and school and different things all the way down. It's a psychology thing. Look it up. Basically, so mom says yes, dad says no. What the fuck is that? Like, that's not only is that confusing, but that goes with cheating the system. You could turn into a liar, a sociopath. You could turn into, like, at school, manipulating the teacher or different things. That's you turn into a manipulator, and because you know where to go, okay, I'm going to get around this. And you want to teach your kids, no, some things in life, you have to have honor, and there's no getting around this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so they get cheated. And so,
yeah, well, I know, like, so my parents have been married 46 or 7 years, something like that. They've been together for a long time. And one of the things that I can say completely, because they both, like, and it was always funny to me that they're even together, right? Because my mom is nothing like my dad, and my dad's nothing like my mom. They don't even like the same hobbies, things like that, which actually made it so perfect, because they were never, my dad can have his space and my mom can have her space. Or if he went fishing, she could read under a tree and just read a book, and they didn't have to be up each other's hoo-haws all the time. But one of the things that I love the most is they never disagreed in front of me. It was always like, oh, your mom said this. Well, I knew if my mom said this, then I'm not going to go to my dad and try to weasel something, because if he finds out that she said something and then I tricked him into going against her, you don't want to put a separation between those two, because then all hell will come down on your head. Well, so you never would do that, right? Yeah. Like, whatever mom says. And they didn't always agree. And that was the thing too. But they didn't disagree in front of you. They would have each other's backs. And then they go in the other room and have their private conversation where my mom's like, hey, actually, honey, this is not okay. And this is why. And this is what's going to happen. And like, why did you, like, they have their own private conversation away from other human beings, because they're never separate in front of anyone.
There's nothing better.
So that's like, it's okay to disagree. Just don't be in disagreement in front of your kids, for sure.
Well, there's nothing better than when the feeling of when your partner has your back and you support them, and the success that you get later through the patience of waiting and watching the success from seeing how your kids turn out when you stuck together on a certain thing, and you don't ruin them by, I just did that or whatever. They get in trouble, and then you go to mom, and mom's easier, and mom lets you do that or go to the party or whatever, and dad said no because of this and that. Whatever. You guys gotta, even if it's like you said, the two parents going in and having to talk about it, like, what do you think? Should we let them go? I don't want them to go, but you do want them to go. We got to figure that. They got to figure that out. Yeah. Not in front of the kids too.
No way. Yeah. Have your own discussion and get to the same wavelength, for sure.
Well, on another note, so your school,
yes.
That all that goes together, into life. That's pretty cool. Yeah. We'll have to have you back on again to talk about more stuff. We need more women on the podcast. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
I don't know.
No?
Not really. I could talk, talk for days, obviously.
Well, that energy thing was really cool. What is it called again?
Like the meridians.
Here we go again. What is it called again?
The meridians or the shiatsu. The actual technique of the massage. Yes.
So that's pretty interesting. I think that's really cool.
So like when you go to a massage place, and it's like a lot more expensive to do that, right? Like, so people will go with like the other because it's a little less expensive, and that's fine, because it definitely, like all the other things, help heal your muscles and create like blood flow and, heal your body and all the stuff like that. But Shiatsu is like another world, and it is really worth putting the money to do it.
I'd like to touch more on that topic. You'll have to talk more about that. But like, for an example, is that separate from, I think I already asked this, is that separate from what you're learning there? Or is that Shiatsu included in your schooling?
Shiatsu, that's the first thing I learned.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's a part of your schooling.
Yep.
Okay, that's not something. So you
And then-
learn that stuff to apply to all the other techniques and stuff.
Well, yeah, there's Shiatsu, and then like I think in a month we're going to go over more into the meridians. So instead of just the actual massage itself, which is the first thing we learned for some reason, we now know what we're doing in that massage. Like, what are we affecting when we put pressure points on your lower back and go up?
I think the
and
cool
you
thing
can
is-
only go in a certain direction, right? So like if you do pressure points on your arm, you want to be going down, right? And those are the ones for your heart, like to help stimulate.
You got to be careful. You could hurt somebody.
Absolutely.
Huh?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
It's
you
like
could do some
you
damage
need to
to
be
somebody.
you need to be
Educated.
Yes. Yes,
You need
absolutely.
to be very educated, and that's cool. That I commend you for paying attention and learning it all properly, because some people go in there just for the money and don't really pay attention. I can tell you're like interested in learning the certain muscles, like you just said, going down, something about the heart, and certain things that connect, like muscles down here in your rib cage by your arm that actually connect all the way up to your neck and stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's muscles are crazy. If you strip the whole skin layer and you look at a muscle, what would you call it? Like diaphragm, or like, like one of the pictures in a doctor's office.
Yeah, yeah.
All that.
Yeah,
There's
dissection.
There's so many different muscles and strands of muscles that connect nerves to this, to that.
It's actually like, it would be cool if somebody could nerd out with me and knew how to do like 3D animation. Because it would be so cool to make a movie about like your body, but being like, because it has
Don't
like,
you think they haven't already done that?
I mean, they did like the in and out, or
So wait,
what was
what
it
are
called?
you
The
saying?
in and out. Like it was for
what? A 3D or an animation of what?
just like what your body's doing. It's such a magical, like living thing. Like everything does something, everything works with something,
Hell yeah.
everything's talking to
Everything's
something,
connected,
right?
dude.
Like, so like if there's in your body's in need of construction workers, right? Like your blood flows down here, and then your body does this, and your body has the innate ability to heal itself.
I know, it's a
It is
trip.
unbelievable.
I'm fascinated.
We are magic
We're
in general.
magical
It is
creation.
like the more you know about it too, scientifically, you're just like,
I trip on my eyeballs
Do you?
because I hear, well, look this up. So like, check this out. Like supposedly cameras, like, that you take pictures with,
Yeah.
were created with reverse engineering on our eyeballs. So like upside down, the lens of your eyeball. Like,
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not joking.
I know,
now.
I just-
and
when
like
you
I said,
crossed your
here we
eyes, it
go
looked
again.
funny.
Here we go again. Me getting into something that I don't know how to actually fully.
No, but keep
explain.
trying, and then I'll have
Oh
an
no, I know, but
imagination.
you can go look it up. Like, you're the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if you look at your eyes, our eyeballs are just like the way a camera works.
Yeah.
It's like a lens, and I always trip on it. So what I'm getting at is, how fascinating our bodies are. and
Oh my
whatnot.
God, yeah.
But I look in the mirror and I look at, ever since I heard that, and then I saw that movie, The Matrix, like the old one back in the day with Keanu Reeves. Well, they all have him in it, but it's like days ago, and it's that one where like the camera, like he's being watched from a different universe or everything. And so it's always tripped me out.
Yeah.
And that's why I've given up. I went through a real crazy stage that I had to get over, and that's that I know that there's no such thing as privacy.
I know,
There's
isn't
not a
it
thing.
make you feel like,
I'm trying.
ugh,
No,
yeah.
I'm trying. I've had to overcome that, and I mean, I was a big person. I mean, before I ever like went to juvenile hall or had to get naked in front of other people, like I freaked out about the idea of that. I was very nervous as a kid, like going swimming as a kid, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, but anyways, I was getting off top. What was it? Help me get back to what
Talking
I was
about the eyes and how they were a window and how
Yeah,
being
thank
seen
you.
and you're not alone.
So I
Okay.
trip out, and I there's just no privacy. There just is none. I totally believe that there's something out there that knows the all, sees all. Nothing is hidden. There's nothing hidden,
Yeah.
So,
Talking about like the nervous system and dreams.
and I'm good with that now.
Like,
I
that's a
didn't
goal
used to be
subject.
good with that, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, from knowing that somebody right now tonight after you leave or whatever, if I were to go get in the shower, somebody could be looking at me through the window. And I used to get really paranoid and tripped out about that. and I had to overcome the idea that that someone's watching,
Yeah.
satellites, aliens, God, people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always,
That's kind of a crazy revelation when you get there.
well, you get paranoid you'll go crazy, thinking about it.
Yeah.
And the more you think, I think I'm just damaged by all these fucking movies that I've seen,
Maybe.
But those movies were created for a reason too. I mean, a lot of ideas and things that have been shown to us have either happened already or, why else would you think of something like that? Or
Right. Some people have interesting imaginations, and like there's a theory when it comes to like people's projections and dreams and
I'm
different
damaged,
things like that, right?
Like my
so it's
imagination's
like
intense,
yes.
and so it's been ruined. Like the whole Adam and Eve eating the apple thing. Like how they're not supposed to eat that from that tree because that's the secret, whatever.
The tree of knowledge.
Yeah.
The more knowledge you have, the crazier
Like
you
they
can
didn't
get.
care about being naked before, and then they were ashamed of themselves and started to wear things around their genitals, just shit like that. Like, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's no privacy,
No, there really is not.
especially now. I mean, maybe I didn't think about it when I was a kid, but yeah, that's what I was saying. Is I'm just damaged by all these crazy things that you see on TV. You see a crazy movie that's like, oh fuck, I'm ruined now. That thought and
you can't unsee the things you see. That's for sure.
You can't unsee shit.
Yeah.
And so that's something that healing the mind is and just healing. So that's a good topic. Mm-hmm. And good for you for going to do that.
Yeah. Like, and be careful what you
You're
allow
going to be a
your
big help to people.
self is exposed to, because it's in there once it's in there.
Yeah, so you get sick that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if you get people sick. I wonder if anybody's ever
You
not
know,
said anything, but
I don't
left
know.
and been
Like
damn, you got
most of the time people like okay, so I knew
well,
I
giving
knew
a
it wasn't-
massage releases toxins, so you normally do get sick.
Not even that. Like
Drink a
doing
lot of
hair,
water.
right? Like people fall asleep on me all the time, which I always
Oh,
used
I
to
love
think that was normal.
That's the best fit. Getting
But
a
it's actually
haircut's the
not
best
normal,
feeling.
talking to a lot of my other hairstylist friends, right? So they're like somebody will sit in my seat and they'll feel like super anxious, and then I'll start cutting their hair.
You have
and
that
like,
energy.
and then they're like they just start melting. Like,
Dude,
as
I
you're
had
doing
that
it.
as a kid with my teachers. They would
Yeah.
come to my desk and help me with my homework. I would fucking lose not every teacher, but I had a few teachers. Not like I had a crush on them, but just that warm, womany, motherly,
There's a
angel,
healing energy.
angelic,
Yeah.
like she'd just be over, and it would just be like I would almost fall asleep listening to her voice.
No. Or like I used to work at Northridge in Nevada City, and it's like hectic in there. It's like no joke if you're working there, by the way. So like make sure you're like a basketball player that can see all the balls and do all the
can't
motion.
stand
It
restaurant
is
business.
crazy in there,
Yeah,
which I find fun personally because I like to do multitasking things and see how much I can do.
yeah.
But it's kind of like a fun game. But anyway, I'd sit there and I'd be like, doing a ticket or something, and one of the younger girls would walk up and like stand right next to me and just like touch my arm with their arm and look over like, what are you doing? And they're like, I'm just really stressed out. This makes me feel really calm. So it's like there's things, like people are meant for things, right? Like they're meant to
Weird.
make you feel cozy and comfortable. Or like I
Oh my
remember an ex-boyfriend getting like weirded out because we went out somewhere, and like I have conversations with everyone. I'm a very social person when it comes down to it. And everywhere I go, like people, by the time I'm done having a conversation and knowing that person for 1 hour, like they're hugging me, like they know me forever and hugging each other goodbye and things like that. So it's like, that's normal for me.
Yeah.
And he got all mad about it, but it was like people sometimes, like once you get to know them and heal that, like you hug them and heal them, or
Dude, I'm spoiled. Sometimes I'll be sitting there.
Yeah.
Ocean, my daughter Ocean,
She's a
grabs
healer.
like she's a healer. Yeah, she'll grab like a feather or something, and I'll be sitting there watching something with her, and she'll just start rubbing it on my neck or something, and it just sends chills through my body, and it literally like pure healing energy goes through my whole body, tingles and warms up, and I'm just like, oh. And she's like, does that feel good, Dad? And I'm like, yeah, I'm about to fall asleep, and I'm like drooling or
it's
whatever.
like magic, man.
And she sees me when I'm mad, And especially when we're driving, she's put her hands on my arm before. She does this all the time. She knows that I'm mad, so that just reminded me what you're saying. She does. She puts her little sweet little hand right here
Yep.
on my arm and goes, "It's okay, Dad." So even if she doesn't say anything to me, she literally just goes, "It's okay, Dad." And like it's weird. She's a little girl, but she reminds me of like a grandmother.
Yes.
So it's really weird. Like, I don't know if my grandmother, like how spirit energy lives if you're reborn, it's whatever. I don't know. I don't say those things because I don't know. But real or not, she puts her hand on me and rubs my arm like I'm a baby. And it's like, "It's okay, Dad." And it's just like, oh my God, you're just the sweetest little angel ever. Yeah, she's just so
Yep.
sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, hugs, kindness, acts of kindness and love, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be afraid. Be brave to say something nice to somebody. Give somebody a hug. Do something nice for somebody. Listen. Just be a listener for somebody.
Yeah.
And yeah, good episode, Desiree. We'll have to have you back on. I am looking for a lady co-host out there, and we'll figure out a good one of these days. But first of all, it's not like it's tryouts or anything, but they could just come on and be a guest at first and see how they like it.
Yeah.
So I think you did good.
Thank you.
And a lot of good wisdom and a lot of good, cool, interesting stuff that you shared with us tonight. So thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Desiree, is there anything else like shouts out? Oh, yeah, I'll do one of these medicine cards. But is there anything else you want to say or talk about, like before you go? Shouts out to your boys and your family. Oh,
Definitely.
your Uncle Joe.
My
I
Uncle
will be-
Joe,
yeah,
he's
I
a
will be
magical
having-
creature too.
I will be having him on. Ocean, do you want to come out for this little card thing? Actually, she loves pulling these cards.
perfect.
No, this is so we don't have to do one before bed tonight. She loves doing these cards. Hang on, Ocean. I'm going to let you pick one for the listeners. Cool, huh? She loves this. Don't have to ask her twice.
Smile.
Okay. Hey, stop doing that right now, please. Okay, see? This is my point. You can't do that over here because you'll knock over this, you knock over that, you little wild child. Okay? No crazy ninja kicking cartwheels right now. I'm dead serious. Thank you. See? Ladies and gentlemen, daddy lion. Got to be stern. And I mean that. You're still doing it. I mean business here. Okay? I love you, baby. No, we're not doing anything right now around here jumping around being wild. You're calm right here, and you're in the little bubble, baby. You're in the bubble of peace. And are you ready to pull a card? Okay. As soon as you leave this bubble, I want you to do 10 cartwheels through the kitchen. Oh, she's got this look on her face like, ooh. She's a doty girl. All right, you ready? Okay. Pick us a card, any card. Pick a card, any card. What are you going to pull for the folks? Just one. What is it? Oh, wow. The spider. All right, folks, let's see what the spider has to say. And then it is going to be bedtime. What?
Can I not be in this part?
What?
Can I not be in this part?
Oh, yeah. You don't have to stick around. I love you. Give me a kiss. Okay, spider. And then we'll get up out of here. 43. Thanks for reminding me. People like these, and I forgot to do them. Who was my last guest? Gary was my last guest, but before that, I had another guest, and I forgot to do it too, I believe. Oh. But people have been liking these, and they do. They have a lot of good meaning. Okay, so here we go. Spider, weaving webs of delight, weave me a peaceful world, carrying creation in your web, waiting to be unfurled. Spider wove the web that brought humans the first picture of the alphabet. The letters were part of the angles of her web. Angles, sorry. Deer asked Spider what she was weaving and why all the lines looked like symbols. Spider replied, "Why, dear, it is time for Earth's children to learn to make records of their progress and their Earth walk." Deer answered Spider. "But they already have pictures that show through symbols the stories of their experiences." Yes, Spider said, "but Earth's children are growing more complex, and their future generations will need to know more. The ones to come won't remember how to read the petroglyphs." So it was the spider wove the first primordial alphabet, as she had woven the dream of the world that had become manifest. Spider's dream of the physical world had come to fruition millions of years before. Thank you, Des.
Yeah.
Spider's body is made like the number 8, consisting of 2 lobe-like parts connected at the waist and 8 legs. Spider is the symbol for the infinite possibilities of creation. Her 8 legs represent the 4 winds of change and the 4 directions on the medicine wheel. Spider weaves the webs of fate for those who get caught in her web and become her dinner.
I like this card a lot.
This is similar to humans who get caught in the web of illusion in the physical world and never see beyond the horizon into the other dimensions. The web of fate also represents a wheel of life, which does not include any alternatives or solutions. It is typically human to get caught in the polarity of good or bad fortune without realizing that we can change it at any time. If we are not decisive enough about changing our lots in life, we may end up being consumed by our fears and limitations. Spider is the female energy of the creative force that weaves the beautiful designs of life. Her web has hundreds of intricate patterns which catch the morning dew. If Spider has dropped from her web into your cards today, she may be telling you to create. Look for new alternatives to your present impasse. She can also be warning you that you are coming too close to an entangling situation. Spider could be asking you to use a journal to write out and review your progress. If you do this, you will not forget how you are creating a new or different phase in your life. Spider brings a message of a different kind when she sees you becoming a bit too involved in the weaving of your life plans to notice opportunity at the outskirts of your web. If this is the case, Spider gets your attention so that you notice that something you have woven has borne fruit. Congratulations. Spider caught you just in time before you missed the opportunity on the edge of your web or reality. Interesting. The most important message from Spider is that you are an infinite being who will continue to weave the patterns of life and living throughout time. Do not fail to see the expansiveness of the eternal plan. Good card, Ocean. And the contrary aspect of Spider is akin to the negative side of woman. Spider will eat her mate if she gets too caught up in herself to see the validity of honoring male energy. The warrior at her side is a strong balancing force. If you have become disdainful of your male or female, and have felt very superior recently, you are not honoring either your male or female side. If you are not presently in a relationship, you may have chosen a member of your family or a workmate to harass. This type of negative criticism only breaks down relations and is a reflection of something you hate about yourself. If you are trying to feed your ego in this manner, you have lost the game. You are entangled in the web of your own illusion about who you really are. It may be time to look at why you are being critical and why you are feeling so weak that you must attack others. Damn. If this does not apply to your situation, take a look at another message that contrary spider medicine brings: lack of creativity. If you fail to use your talents to get the web spinning, your lack of creativity can change into destructiveness. If you are feeling stagnant and unable to move in a position or in a positive direction, you may come to resent others who are doing well. This resentment will become a black widow spider and eat you up, and the only one to mourn your demise will be you. Get moving. Find joy and new ideas in the accomplishments of others and use them to propel you into a new phase of creative spinning on your own web of delight. Observe Spider's web and find pleasure in the ideas you receive from her universal language. Ah, I love it. That's a good one. And that has so much meaning and power in tonight's episode and just my life in general lately. That had a lot of meaning to me.
Yeah.
I need to check myself out. I like, hey, and just sharpening our swords, you know, our minds, just constantly reading inspirational stuff that's good for you, that you know is good for you, or meaningful,
Yeah.
hopeful, helpful,
Yeah.
Healthy. Feeling, I notice that the more I feel good things in my body or in my watch, the better, because then I'm the awareness, like when I turn on some rap, like today.
Yeah.
I put on some rap today in the truck. Ocean wasn't with me, so it was like, okay, I can listen to whatever I want now. And I immediately went to like some crazy rap, right?
Yeah.
I put it on and I found perverse speech in it, and I just was reading about that in my little daily bread this morning. And it was like, whoa. I was like, and plus I have a daughter now.
Right.
And so it was just like, and there's time and a place for whatever, but I had to pause it because I didn't even want to hear. I didn't even want to wait till I was scrolling to look for something else, but I had to pause it because I didn't even want to hear it at all, or have it go into my head. I had already heard some pretty foul shit in just a few little bars.
Right.
And so I changed it, and then I didn't like the sissy little selection I picked from that. So I was really just like, today was a gray day.
Yeah.
And then I finally ended up putting on a podcast because it was just, I realized, hey, this isn't a music day.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for music.
Yeah.
I was ready to just be calm. And today was a gray day. It was.
Yeah.
Literally, it was gray outside. The clouds were all gray. And I don't know. It was just a gray day.
It's like that was the energy of the day for sure.
Better night. I'm glad we had this episode. And just for the listeners, like if there's lady listeners out there, having a woman on, that's got to feel better for them to hear that and go, oh yeah, she's right. I know what she means. Or just, I like to have the balance.
Right.
So yeah, it's good.
Wider perspective.
Yeah, it's more better. And hey, to be honest, a lot of this podcast episodes, I probably get to be the one that gets to learn the most.
Yeah.
I mean, we all do. All the listeners do.
Well, every time people come together and have a conversation and just talk about things that maybe they didn't know about, or
as long as I'm not doing most of the talking.
Well, I mean, you go right, both, but either way, having a conversation with people, and that needs to probably be a thing that happens, and be candid, and don't.
Look, can I say this real quick? Right there. I need more of that. I don't want to be the one having to be talking all the time.
Yeah.
I want to be more of a, I want to have more episodes where I'm not doing all the talking and filling in all the blanks. I want somebody to feed it back and forth with, or have good conversations. Those are the best.
Yeah.
And then I learn something, you learn some, people learn something.
Yeah.
Or it's just really therapeutically healing to listen to, just listening to a podcast is relaxing versus
Or like
music.
something you'll say will trigger something in my mind that I haven't thought about in a long time, right? Like,
Yeah.
like gratitude, for instance. By the way, that will change everything. I don't care what you're going through.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember my dad telling me a story about like he's a contractor and he was outside and it was just blazing hot and he doesn't complain ever. But in his head he was kind of like getting complaining. And then he's like, nope. And they started praying. He's like, God, it's so hot. Help me get through this, right? And then magically a little cloud came over and covered the sun for a while. And he's like, this is a great day, right? Like it's a terrible the whole day, but like one
Perspective.
little tiny thing happened and you just say, you know what? The whole day is great. Everything's great. Look at that. I got a little nugget.
Yeah, it's
So
making a
just
choice.
be grateful. And they're like,
I did it today too. I said right here today after that, it was great. It was like, I
Yeah.
said today sucks or something like that.
right.
I told that to somebody. I forget who I said. I think it was my buddy Matt. And I was like, yeah, today just sucks.
Yeah.
And then I thought about it once I said those words out my mouth, like if, God was listening or if people were listening, right? And I went,
Right.
wait a minute. I sounded kind of like a little brat kid or something or whatever just now. And I went, hey, I'm going to pick Ocean up from Ashley's because she took her to church.
Oh, sweet.
She's
Yeah.
working on a play or something. And then I was like, I'm going to pick up my daughter and see my son. And yeah, today doesn't suck. That's awesome. And I just found a way so I had to choose to make it a better day. But yeah, fuck it. I can't lie, man. Today was kind of just bleh. Yeah.
So, some days are like that where you're like, I just need to go to sleep and then wake up and try it again.
I didn't want to drink coffee. And I was just like, I needed motivation, but I didn't want to drink coffee or whatever. And everything was, and I didn't want to sit around or lay down and I didn't want to work. It was just one of those days where I was just like, ugh. Yeah, it's just one of them days. All right, Des. Well,
right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For blessing the mic tonight, and we'll have you back. And yeah, if you ever know anybody, any females out there that want to be a co-host once a week or so, and like I said, a woman's perspective to a little yin and yang, a little balance.
Right on, yeah.
Let us know. Nate is trying to find work and is as available. So yeah.
Right on.
Alrighty, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Until next time. Thank you, Des.
You're welcome. Bye.
You got to say bye to the listeners.
Bye to the listeners. Thanks for listening. Thanks for taking the time.
You look tired.
Yeah,
All right,
sorry.
we'll get you out of here. Peace.
Bye.